time.
Dinner time, my favorite nighttime meal. Ow! 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 Ow!
Why does nobody come in through the front door?
Dearest mother and father, we will not be attending this evening's ritual mastication.
What?
They're both growing up so fast. They wouldn't be caught dead with their parents.
Wait a minute.
What?
I've got it, Tish. It's hideous. It's monstrous. It's the old Addams camper.
I'm Sari Cohen with Hollywood First Look. Right now we are hanging out with Chloë Grace Moretz, who stars as Wednesday Addams in the Addams Family 2, which hits theaters just before Halloween. Chloë, how awesome has this entire Addams Family experience been for you so far?
It's been so amazing. You know, I've had so much fun over the last couple of years taking on Wednesday, and especially in the second film, really being able to dig into her own storyline where we really see her coming of age in a way is just been absolutely amazing.
How do you dig into your creepy, kooky, mysterious, and spooky side?
I mean, I think you just got to go for it. I think we all got it inside ourselves, and you just got to kind of let your freak flag fly a little bit, especially when you're jumping into an Addams Family character.
One thing that I really loved that I heard was awesome to me was that during the first installment, you got into this character by getting into My Chemical Romance. So I'm curious what you did for this character in this new sequel.
I mean, yeah, you know, I grew up on MCR. I mean, My Chemical Romance was like one of my favorite bands when I was like 13, 14. They still are, like Panic at the Disco. I had such a, you know, emo kind of punk phase with like All American Rejects, and just, you know, it was like just one of my favorite time periods. And so I really reprised that in my life and kind of dug into that 13-year-old me who only listened to punk music for a long while. So, you know, I kind of did the same thing on this one, and it was a really wonderful creative outlet over the course of quarantine and the pandemic. And I felt really lucky and blessed to have that kind of outlet during that time.
Did you have a favorite song that you were listening to?
Oh, I mean, I could just literally take all three of the albums and then add like a Paramore album to it with like Brick by Boring Brick, and probably just like create Wednesday Addams out of that.
So tell me some of the things we're going to see happen with Wednesday Addams for the sequel.
In this one, we really see like a proper coming of age story with her. You know, she's faced with the kind of normal scope of ideals that come across you when you start to become you know, more of a young lady versus just a kid. And, you know, she's kind of having a bit of identity crisis and trying to figure out who she is and whether or not she's an Addams. And then she's faced with the actual question of, are you an Addams? And so she, like she of course will do, she takes it upon herself to figure it out and to go down this course. And, you know, it's filled with a million twists and turns of her figuring herself out. And it's a totally raucous ride.
What do you think it is that makes Wednesday Addams such a relatable character for kids everywhere?
You know, I think something that makes her super relatable is that she's so unabashedly herself, and she kind of hands it to her parents a little bit, so that angst is definitely there. And I think, you know, growing up, kids are super interested into the darker side of things, you know, and Wednesday really allows you to dive headfirst into it and sort it out, and, you know, take angsty teens to a whole nother level.
Everyone, the Addams Family 2 is in theaters and on demand on October 1st. Make sure you check it out. I'm Sari Cohen. I'll see you next time.
My music's so loud.
It's just us and the wonderful sound of silence.
Now that's grand.
They hate it.